friends. I hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am. We are back again, and today we are discussing Justice League. My ankle itches on Infinite Earths. No, we're discussing Justice League, Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1, directed by Jeff Wamister. That's a cool last name, Wamister. But anyway, guys, this stars Matt Bomer as the Flash, Jensen Ackles as Batman Bruce Wayne, and we've got Zachary Quinto as Lex Luthor. All these guys are doing the voice acting. This is another DC animated film. There's part 1. I'm sure part 2 comes out later this year, and then I'm sure they will have the combined part 1 and 2 probably next year on 4K and all that all together. You know, probably going to be like a 3-hour animated film similar to The Dark Knight Returns part 1 and 2 when they combine them. So let's start off, guys, with the story. So this is basically a comic book arc from, I want to say, the late 80s, early 90s, maybe mid-90s, Crisis on Infinite Earths. You know, for a comic book collector such as myself to not know this is probably taboo, but sorry, guys. My mind is not a steel trap. It does not remember every single thing, you know, and I do these on the fly, so I didn't do a whole lot of looking up on when the comic arc was made. But anyway, so it stars all these people. It has a lot more voice actors, you know, prolific voice actors than what I said, but these are your three main folks that we're dealing with in the animated film. So the premise, again, it was a story arc from the comic books where there's, you know, Earths, and you know, they've kind of touched on this in the MCU lately with the films and stuff, like different universes, alternate timelines, all that kind of stuff. So they explore it in the animated universe. And this is basically where there's a crisis. There's going to be a, like, I forget what the name of the wave is called. It's like an antimatter wave, I think is what they called it. And so, like, things get thrown out of whack, and the Flash is, you know, basically trying to reconcile all these Earths and stuff. But then, you know, all the superheroes, or at least in this film, I don't remember exactly how accurate it is to the comic book arc, but in this film, they gather all the heroes from all these different Earths, and they try to put their combined knowledge together to stop this antimatter wave from destroying universes, basically, Earths and different planets and all that kind of stuff. And so in part 1, that's what we get here, is we get them trying to stop I want to say the annihilation wave. That's probably not what it's called. I think it is the antimatter wave. But anyway, they're trying to come up with some way to stop this thing. And that's basically our whole part 1, is them getting together, trying to figure out how to stop it. Part 2 will be them actually stopping it, you know. But we get a lot of different characters from different universes. We get a Batman that meets a Robin from another universe, and the Batman from that universe never had a sidekick, so he doesn't know who Robin is. It's just some really cool plot devices and story development that goes on there. And you know, for an animated film, there's a lot of good character development. I thought that the character development was excellent, and they took their time. They weren't like, hey, we're going to cram all this into an hour-and-a-half movie, all the Infinite Earth stuff. They said, no, we're going to tell the story like it needs to be told, and we're going to do it where, you know, we're going to have our beginning act, our you know, middle act, and our climax, our third act. And they weren't rushing it. So they were able to tell a story that actually had development, it had character development. They took their time and did it right. So I really, really enjoyed this. I thought that the animation was really crisp. It reminded me a lot of the old Justice League TV show from like the early 2000s. It reminded me a lot of that, like animation-wise, which I thought fit great because of all the different universes and Earth's characters that are coming together. I thought that was really, really good how they did that. You know, because it made everybody look, I don't want to say believable, but it made vintage, I guess. It made them look like the old school animation. There, we'll say that. It made it look like the old school, like Superman and Batman, the animated show. maybe a little The Batman from 2007 or whatever, but it had that aesthetic, that animation aesthetic that we all kind of grew up with and loved, and I thought that was awesome. Also, special effects, the fight scenes were crisp, everything looked good, everything looked well choreographed, there wasn't a lot of like jumpiness, and the editing was good. Because at the beginning of the film, we get editing that's kind of like all over the place, but it's showing us what is happening. Like it's showing us how the Flash is confused. He's like, what is happening? Like, 1 minute I'm here, the next minute I'm here. What's going on? So it really, it was able to convey that sense of like confusion with the editing. And I thought that was good. But overall, I loved Justice. I say I loved it. I didn't love it. I liked it a lot. I like Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1. Definitely check it out if you get a chance. I don't think it's streaming anywhere yet. I bought it on Prime for like a $9.99 because I'm a sucker for the DC animated films. And so it'll probably be streaming on Max within the next month or two. So if you want to check it out, it'll probably be there. If not, it's worth your money. It's an excellent animated film. And again, definitely worth your money. I'm going to give Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1 3 stars out of 5. And again, it's worth your time. It's worth your money if you wanna jump on that and watch it. But guys, that's it. And thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate when you spend your time with me. That makes me feel great. When you're watching my videos, that makes me feel good, and I really, really appreciate it. Lets me know that there's actually somebody out there that's digging what I have to say. And if you like what I have to say, please like and subscribe. By all means, click the button for notifications. And guys, that's it. I'm gonna keep making them as long as you keep watching them. God bless. Peace out. See you next time.